What's up guys, Pensential8505 here. Today we got a little bit of a new view, and the reason why I'm showing you this new view is because this is everything that I will be using to decorate the layout for Halloween. And yes, this video is all about decorating the layout for Halloween, as you probably saw in the title. And this is everything in boxes and whatnot right now, and we're going to be going through each box and setting everything up. The box down below here, this is all the general stuff, figures, there's lights in there as well, and it's just, general stuff. That box on top there, this is a little bridge that we use as just a little bit of scenery detail. We have a haunted house with lights and sound made by Department 56, a tree with lights. There is a haunted drive-in movie theater that has the Munsters on it, and it plays the theme from the Munsters. There is a tree with skulls, and that little box there, that is a new acquisition. This year, I am adding a bunch of black cats in Halloween costumes. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know that I do a lot of recording in this corner of the table here. This corner, serves a lot of purposes. Serves as my recording area, serves as a maintenance area every now and again, but for holidays, this area serves as an area to decorate the layout for Halloween. Now, this isn't the only area we decorate, but this is kind of the main area. And for Halloween, to kind of base everything off, so then it looks a little more interesting, we use this board here. It is a piece of plywood cut into a triangle to kind of fit into the area, and it is textured, so then it makes it a little more interesting. And there is also a nice flat base to put the haunted house on. So if we turn the camera back here, I will show you now how to put this in. This is very simple. It literally just drops in just like that. There's no special technique. And that serves as our base for everything that we're going to put there. Next up comes the haunted house. Now, this haunted house here is made by Department 56, and it is a nice haunted house. We've been using this for the longest time to decorate the layout for Halloween, and yeah, it has lights and sounds, which is honestly pretty cool. And yeah, so let's get this on the layout here. We got to take it out of the box first. So, pull this up, and of course the foam part on the other side already came out. And oh, forgot to take that off last year. This is a little spider that we put on the house. It's now in O scale, this is pretty big, but for us normal humans, it's kind of small. So let's get it out of here. So we got the power pack right here. Pull it out of here carefully. There's the house. And there's the unit that gives the lights and sounds. Now let's get it on the layout. Alright, first comes the light and sound unit. We gotta unravel it and plug it into the power pack. There we go, we're plugged in. Now it goes into the power strip. If I can find it. Oh, found it. There we go, found it. So now we're plugged in. Now we just drop the house on top carefully. It's on there. Now the wire comes out with this little hole in the base. Now we're not going to be able to hide the wire underneath the board, sadly, but At least it's not, you know, the whole power pack and all that here. We got a power strip hidden under here, so yeah. All right, with that on the table now, let's give it a test run. Power strip is on. There we go. I'd say that's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off for now. And later when I do the full, you know, showcase of everything done, we will see the full sound set then. Alright, next up comes the large spider that you saw hiding in the box earlier. So with this, I like to put it in a spot where people are going to be able to see it easily. So usually I like to put it like somewhere up here or on the side of the building. And I think we are going to do on the top of the building this year. I'd say that looks pretty good right there. So yeah, there's the spider done. Next up comes this tree with a cage monster made by Limax. We like to put this right next to the house, so let's get it out of the box. This one is a little messy getting out of the box because of all the ground cover on it that, you know, makes a little bit of a mess. So let's pull it out of its box here. It's a little difficult to do at times, but you know, there we go. Let's put the box off to the side here. We'll take the top off and there it is. This has got lights, no sound, but lights. And there's the cage monster there. And all this, you know, kind of glows and whatnot. So let's get it on the layout here. All right, let's get it on the layout. You just simply plop that right here, right next to the house. And we'll give it a little test. So there you go. As you can see, lights and the monster shakes a little bit. So yeah, there's that. Let's move on to some more stuff. All right, next up comes all of our lighted stuff, and there is a lot of it. We have everything from a moon to jack-o'-lanterns and even some black lights. So yeah, we're gonna get this all on the layout. Now, usually the black lights I like to do last, so we're gonna save these for last. So yeah, let's get it all on the layout. First up come these lighted jack-o'-lantern stacks. These are real neat. I like to use these to line the perimeter of the haunted house. So let's get these unraveled and onto the layout. So unravel all these. It takes a little bit because of how many there are. There we go. Now we will line this on the perimeter here. So move that out of the way. And we're gonna, you know, just make it look kind of nice, you know. Does nothing too hard. Just adds some extra flair. Usually I put that one around the corner there, so I have to move. There we go. Looks like we're gonna have to move this up just a little bit to accommodate those pumpkins. And then we'll move the battery pack back, and then I am going to use a screwdriver, just a little one, nothing too big. Can use that to just kind of tuck the wires in to the board, into the crack of the board, and I'm gonna move the board up a little bit just so then I can tuck it in. It's not easy to do, but you have to do it. So then, you know, we don't have wires hanging all over the place. So it's not the easiest thing to do, but I can do it. Usually this one ends up around the corner there, and we'll just tuck it in. There we go. Pumpkins are in place. And there are the pumpkins. All right, there we go. I just put some batteries in the battery pack, and let's turn them on and see if they work. I'd say that works pretty well. I'll put my hand over just so you can see. Yeah, I'd say the light works pretty well on there. Let's move on to some more lighted stuff. All right, next are these two lighted coffins. I have these turned so then I can show you, and I already have these installed off camera, but these are real nice. This is a kind of a vampire skull. If you look closely, the two canine teeth are a little longer than usual. And then you got the one with the glowing eyes, which I honestly think looks really, really cool. And yeah, let's move on to the next thing. At the front of the house, I like to put these kind of fiery cauldron lights at the kind of entrance of the house. It makes it a little more spooky, you know? And yeah. At the front gate of the haunted house, I like to add these ghost lights. And I honestly think they're kind of neat. I like how the heads kind of flash. So yeah. For the big Lionel bridge on the layout, I like to add these jack-o'-lanterns with some with black cats that light up. Now, it get dark, you can see that it lights up. And yeah, kind of cool. And in the background, I like to have the moon. That's a little more aesthetic, you know? All right, and now to cover up those little battery boxes back there, we are gonna use the Munsters Drive-In Movie Theater to just kind of, you know, it's like a little Easter egg, but it also helps hide the battery boxes. So yeah. All right, with pretty much all of the lighted stuff out of the way, we got the fence up, and now we're gonna add some extra little details before I start to add tombstones and whatnot to the yard area of the mansion. First off, we got this skeleton in a coffin, and the reason why I usually like to put this as one of the first figures is because it has that fence, and it kind of, let's zoom in to the corner there, it kind of fills in that little gap right over there, so I usually put it right about there. I can actually move the fence over a little bit to kind of fix that and make it a little more angled. There we go. Let's see, that looks a little bit better. I gotta fix that now. But yeah, I'd say that doesn't look too bad. I usually like to have that in the corner. Then we also add this mausoleum, and that usually also goes in the corner here, right around there. And of course there's that little walkway there still, so you can still kind of see it. We'll actually move that over a little bit. And then last for fencing is this. This came out a few years ago now. I also add this because of that fence in the background there. And this is kind of neat. Let's take it out of the box here. Here, we'll take it. I kind of messed it up, but take it out of the box on camera. And there we go. Got that out of the way, and there it is. It's got a bag of bones, an axe. There's a couple ravens as well. I will usually put this right around the back behind the house. So, yeah, now you can kind of see it back there. But yeah, let's get moving on to the tombstones now. And for tombstones, it's pretty simple. I just have this bag of tombstones. Most of them are Limax, but there are also some model kit ones as well in here. So let's get working on them. Here's one of the plastic kit ones. I'll try to have them all face the same direction. Sometimes you can't always do that, but you know, I try to make it look at least somewhat nice. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, yeah, you know. Here's one of them Wemax ones. This is kind of nice. We'll just scatter them about. And I know in real life you wouldn't have a house with a bunch of tombstones around it, but you know, this isn't real life. This is just O-Gauge Railroad, and we're just having fun. I mean, again, this is Halloween. We're just here to have fun, you know? You don't have to be super realistic. This one's really cool with a black light. The little skull and the RIP on there glow. So we'll put this one right here. And of course I'll make adjustments as needed later. But yeah, again, just gotta really just scatter them around. Don't really have to have too much of a rhyme or reason. Just make it look somewhat nice. This plastic kit one's kind of cool. Just again, just scatter them around. Doesn't really need any rhyme or reason. We'll put this one on the edge here. And we'll all kind of face in. That one there. This one looks like a more heavily used one. Or maybe not heavily used. It's just been around longer than some of the others. And we'll put that right here, let's say. That one, let's see right there. That there. Let's say this would be, I'd say that'd be a pretty decent spot. There we go. Next comes all of the figures. All right, and here's all of the figures kind of stored in the box here. We like to wrap them up in paper towels, so then they're less likely to get damaged. And let's see, let's pick a random one, and that random one will be the lucky first winner, or I guess say lucky winner to be the first figure to be put on the layout. I'm gonna say, let's go for this one right here, right in the middle. Let's unravel it, and it's a pair of dancing skeletons. And so yeah, they will have the honor of being the first figure to be put on the layout. When putting figures on the layout, I like to create little scenes. And that may mean that I'll have to rearrange some of the tombstones, but you know, that's all right. So I do have some other like dancing skeletons. Well, I have another dancing skeleton and a little skeleton band. So I usually like to put them around like this area here. So we'll have them kind of, you know, dancing over there. We'll have it going, and I'll keep going with this. I'll make a little time lapse here for me putting the monster figures here in the graveyard. All right, there we go. We have all the graveyard figures done. I had to do some minor adjustments here. I did have to move the house a little over just so I can fit this guy in. But yeah, we got a bunch of monsters in. You got your skeleton band with the dancing skeletons. You got a witch, some witches actually. Got a zombie, a couple other monsters here and there. And yeah, with that, that leaves to what I consider the town figures to be added in. And yeah, let's get these guys in the town. At the side of the diner, there's going to be two figures I'm going to be adding. First off is this little haunted house on a tree stump with a black cat. We're going to put it right behind the Menards truck here, kind of like a birdhouse. And then next is this kid dressed up as the Headless Horseman, and he's going to be standing right outside there. Alright, so starting off with the newsstand area, there's a few things that I like to do to kind of spiff it up a bit for Halloween. So this normal clock tower, I like to replace with this more Halloween clock tower that has a face and a raven on the base. So we'll add that to the bottom there. Then also, kind of where the trucks pull out, well, the metal trucks pull out, I like to put this. It's kind of a bunch of little signs and whatnot. That usually goes right around, kind of where the gas station is actually. Kind of goes across the street, as you can see. And then also, that tree right here, this gets replaced with a more Halloween kind of tree. This tree with skulls on it. And this will go right around there. So that goes there. And that kind of, you know, now we have some Halloween stuff there. Over by the car wash, I like to add a couple figures. First off is this guy here. He's definitely seen better days. But yeah, so I like to put him right here. It's in a little out of the way spot, but he's still, you know, he can still be seen in the car for the drive-through car wash. Still goes around him just fine. And right in front of there, I like to add this kid dressed up as vampire, pulling a sack of candy with his dog. So I like to put him right around here. So it looks like he's pulling it along the street. Over in the station area, we're gonna have this little wooden ghost figure standing there. All right, we're gonna move this semaphore real quick. So then I can put this little gargoyle fountain right behind it. Right there. And put the semaphore back where it was. Alright, with all that done, I also got the black lights on there. Then I also got 2 haunted trains done. The first one is headed by my Lionel Lion-Master T1. And there's I put some spiders on it. And there's some spiders on the tender too. And then there's a boxcar with some coffins, a gondola with a couple wind-up figures, a mouse, and a spider and some bones. And then there's a gondola with some spiders, some poisonous frogs, and a snake. We got another gondola with some canisters, and there's a spider in there. And then a caboose with a spider on top and a skeleton riding in the back. And for the other one, this is headed by a Marks number 666. It's got bones, a pumpkin, there's a spider on the tender, and then there's this big crane hanging this giant skeleton with a bunch of spiders, a pile of skulls, and then a flat car with a fish with a spider in its mouth and another spider there. And we got a caboose with a pumpkin on top, a spider, and a snake riding on the back. And there you have it, folks. This is the finished product, all lit up at night. We got all the black lights going, making stuff glow. Got all the lights going. There's the house with the flames. We got the trains sitting right now, but I will do some running shots of them. But we also got the people in the city doing their thing and whatnot. And I said I would showcase the full sound set of the house. So let's do that. that was the full sound set of the house. Let's get some trains running. Alright, and before we wrap this video up, I want to give y'all a collection update, and I got a lot this time around. And we're going to go in order that I got it. First off, I got this Marx 3/16 scale New York Central Pacemaker boxcar, a Marx number 400 with a matching tender. And I got a bunch of freight cars here. I got a Hafner tender, gondola, and a caboose, and also a Marx tender and boxcar. And then I got this big Hafner wind-up train set. It comes with the 1010, a tender, and 6 freight cars. And lastly, I got these 3 Lionel cars here. I got a Chesapeake and Ohio flat car, Nickel Plate Road gondola, and a Chesapeake and Ohio caboose. And that is the collection update. And there you have it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I want to thank everybody who's been liking and subscribing. You guys are awesome. And yeah, there you go. Have a good day, guys. This is Penn Central 8505, out.